All right, Sports Inquirer here with Coach Hunter from Georgia State basketball. Team is on a nice winning streak. We'll start just overall impressions. You lost your first two conference games, and now you've been on a nice run here. What's been just the difference in the team's play overall?
Well, I thought we were playing well before Christmas, and then we had our Christmas break, and we lost a little steam, and came out of it, didn't play well, and kind of got it back. And every game since then, we've played well, especially defensively. During this run, we've held teams under 40% shooting. We're shooting the ball extremely well right now, and so when you combine those two things, it's really helped in this win streak.
Yeah, we'll go back to your game against Arkansas State. 5 players in double figures. Just talk about Simonds had 21 points, but just talk about that balanced scoring and getting that type of effort from your team.
When we get that type of scoring, it's really difficult to beat us because you got to decide: do you trying to stop the Marcus, or you start trying to stop our 3-point shooting? And so it kind of puts the other team in a bind. And when we got both of those things rolling with the defense that we play, we become one of those teams that just becomes very difficult to beat.
Yeah, then your game at Little Rock, Devin Mitchell, career high, I think 38 points, 10 3-pointers. Talk about that effort and getting that from him, and a guy that everyone looks at Simonds as your main offense contributor, but Devin's been doing big things for you as well.
Yeah, yes, he's been in a little slump, and so we really need, especially down the stretch here, we need his confidence. He's one of those guys that it kind of goes with his confidence. He can do this for about 4, 5, 6 games now, and we needed him to kind of get there. He was starting to think about it a little bit too much, and now when he starts to see the ball go in, there's really no defense for him because, again, the best defense for a guy like Devin is not to let him catch it when he gets in this kind of groove.
After your last home game, you talked about make sure the team is prepared mentally and physically. You said you had a physical part taken care of. You've been in this game a long time. But mentally, how have you been able to help keep the guys sharp with practices and game day and everything like that?
Well, one of the things I always say in college athletics is how do you handle success? Most teams don't handle success for a while. And so that's one of the things that we preach and we've talked about in this program, being able to handle success. And so that's one of the things that on the mental part, making sure that you may not practice physically a lot, but mentally we can do a lot of things to get better.
Yeah, and now this weekend here, big matchup. We'll start with Louisiana. Obviously, battle for first place in that sense. They offensively are near top of the charts. You defensively are right there as well. Just talk about their challenges they're going to present for you.
Well, they're really good in transition, and they're a good rebounding team. Bob's done a really nice job with this team, and so we know we're going to have to come out and play. I love when you have the aspect of the best offensive team playing the best defensive team, and we want our strength against their strength. The great part about it is that it might neutralize itself, but what we get the advantage as the game's being played here. We're very good in this building, and our fans get behind us in this building. So I'm really excited to be able to have this type of game here in our place.
And just looking at, as well, I mentioned all the defensive statistics. You lead in 3-point percentages. You feel like this is one of your better shooting teams, just percentage-wise it's showing, but do you feel that this is a team that we're not limited offensively just to going inside?
Well, we have more shooters. I don't know if we've ever had this many shooters since I've been here, where we can put 4 of them on the floor and put a guy like DeMarcus, and then DeMarcus, if he gets it going, then you got everybody on the floor who can really shoot it. So this is by far we've had the most shooters around. I don't know if it's the best shooting team, but I do think we have more shooters on this particular team.
And then last point, you lead in block shots as well. Just talk about the defense. I know you pride yourself on defense. That's your calling card. Every time we talk, that's the first thing you mention defensively. But just statistically, to have those block shots, what does that show about your defensive effort and what you've done there?
Well, what we do is we play hard, and so we talk about deflections, we talk about block shots, we talk about taking charges. Those things that a lot of times that go unnoticed, those things can help you win games, and so that's really, really important for what we're trying to do, especially defensively when we can alter or change a shot.
All right.